the audio recording. All right, we've audio. Yep, we've got audio.
We're not quite.
And we are streaming live. We good?
We are live. I am posting the link in our chat. Share it up if you want to send that over to Dante. Devante. I thought it was. I'm sorry. I knew I'm an asshole. That's just.
That's okay. All right, I sent it to him.
Could have been really bad, so don't worry about it.
Oops.
Hey, maybe that can be your character's thing, Matt. You just always call him Tyrone.
Yeah. Okay. That's
even after he corrects you every time.
I don't know if you've ever noticed this.
Like every black name except for the right one.
Yeah,
that could be funny too.
But you'll notice I don't write a lot of characters for myself.
I have noticed that. I have always wondered why this is.
I don't know. It's almost like leaving someone free in case somebody needs something. In case because it was floated that maybe I would do BJ just to
run the bit.
But I was like, I could, but I wrote this with hearing Dre's voice in mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So welcome everybody to the Cold Read Theaters. We are the Cold Read players. And we have, why don't you go ahead and run the intro?
I didn't actually put together a complete intro.
Oh, then just play the music and then talk over it.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Yep.
I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a Friday afternoon, and we had just finished the case of the bloody clown suit. Obviously, I needed a drink. As I poured myself a hard one, there was a knock at the door. BJ pulled his gun.
BJ, you missed your line. Oh.
Who is it?
My partner was jumpy. Now, when I say partner, I don't mean like the gays. I mean, just saying he's my business partner. And I'm not discouraging of the gays. I mean, my business partner might be a gay. I don't know. I've never asked because I don't care who he fucks or who fucks him. That's his business. But I like the dames. And the dame that just walked into my office was quite a tomato. Her cleavage bounced like two perfectly molded Jell-O molds. If the Jell-O molds was shaped like tits, and she was smuggling a sacred monkey mouth in her yoga pants.
Mr. Cock, I need your help.
As I opened the door swiftly, I correct her. Call me Mike. Mike Cock.
Pardon me. It's just that when I told my boyfriend about my problem, he said, you need my cock.
I can understand the confusion.
And then he made wild, passionate love to me. And then he gave me your card.
Well, it sounds like you're having a pretty good day.
You know what they say, making love will make your day, but anal will make your whole week.
Pardon me. Where are my manners? Please, have a seat. What's your name?
Thank you. I'll stand. My name is Lady Zabish. My friends call me Carmen. It's kind of like a nickname because my two favorite things are cars and men.
Well, let me introduce myself. I'm BJ Titzenbeer.
That's the oldest joke in the book.
It's also his name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hear that so often.
I don't get it.
So, Carmen, what brings you to see Mike Hawk and Titzenbeer today?
It's my ex-husband. He's crazy.
Did he drop a herd turd and shitty up your sheets?
No, it's weirder than that. I never forget the night before he filed for divorce. I was lying in bed in negligee with a glass of wine. The door opened. He suckled into the room, walked to the foot of my bed. He wouldn't even make eye contact with me. He just stares at the floor. He holds up one of his ducks from the pond in the backyard and he says, "So, this is the pig that I fuck when you have a headache?" I gathered myself, took a sip of wine and said, "What's wrong with you?" "That is a duck." I had never seen him get so angry as he glared at me and growled, "I wasn't talking to you."
Oh, that is crazy. Ducks usually die when you fuck them.
I turned my head towards BJ. It's an odd sentence to hear for the first time. It doesn't hit the ears quite right. My face must have shown my confusion because he looked at me and said,
Well, all the ones that
"Beach, let it finish. Let it finish."
It's kind of a blur. All I could think of from the moment was, what if your dad was a centaur and your mom was a mermaid, but you got all the human genes and you just some person?
Oh, that's deep.
So you're saying you drown?
What?
Because you don't have mermaid genes.
How do you get genes on a mermaid?
Are you two for real?
Mike Hawk is as real as he gets. Just as real as any BJ Titzenbeer you may encounter.
I appreciate that, Mike.
Mike Hawk is all about BJ Titzenbeer. Let there be no mistake. Mike Hawk will always be where you can find BJ Titzenbeer. That said, Carmen Savich, what else do we know?
Easy, Mike. You can't go name calling just because she confused you a little.
It's okay, Mr. Tsitsi Beer. Although your bird may feel a little exposed, perhaps flapping in the wind, that is my name since I married my third husband, Life. It was Relief prior to that I married to a German Baron, Dietrich von Vorserhammer.
Do you mean to say that you're the infamous Baroness von Forzhammer? The famous fart hammer lady from the viral videos?
Oh, there was a kid we knew in high school called the Fart Hammer. He would fill a condom with 9 penny nails and then shove it all the way up.
Can we get back to what Mike Hawk can do for Miss Fart Hammer? I mean, Bust Dick. I mean, Carmen.
Mike Hawk and Tits and Beer are private investigators.
My privates are exquisite, and it is not an investigation that they require.
So, what is it that you'd have us look into?
The ass and duck, you nimrods.
Right. So the duck's going into the. Oh, no wonder it didn't.
Look, donkey show or no, I can't go back to TJ, and BJ has a restraining order out on it. He can't get within 100 miles of Marine Corps Air Station Miramar. So, what can you tell us about the duck?
That is why I've come to you.
Right. Mike Hawk runs down the duck for you. That will cost you. Well, there's the retainer, a per diem, and expenses.
Money is no object. This is $71,000. I trust it will be sufficient retainer.
Our retainer is 6,900. We find that 69 is a number that works well for everyone.
Since the night of my junior prom, I've always preferred 71, Mr. Titzenbeer.
Most people with a preference like 68.
Maybe she doesn't like to own one.
Not at all. It's just that 71 is 69 in the backseat with a couple of front watching. It's hot.
Are we still talking about the money?
I'm sorry. Numerology is very important to me.
Well, speaking of numbers, I think I'm hungry for an 18 from Wang. So Long's lucky number 8 is Noodle House. Is anyone else hungry?
My cock is a little peckish. Get my cock the duck.
Are you going to look into my ass and duck, or are you going to order lunch?
BJ and I will be all over your ass soon enough for that kind of money. I think we should discuss particulars while you enjoy lunch with my cock and BJ Titzenbeer.
I'm kind of in a mood for a poo-poo platter.
My cock doesn't chew the poo-poo or slurp the cream of some young guy. He likes it raw. Sushi is where it's at.
Am I allowed to have a monologue here? I mean, if this my Hawk P.I. thingy is episodic, wouldn't the monologues be my cock's monologues? I hate not knowing. And when we monologue, do we shut off externally? It's an internal monologue. Is it only me and the audience that is party to it, or does the two Nimrods hear it too?
I don't believe this broad. It's like she's never been in a satire of a procedural drama before. How can she not know? We have all the hallmarks of a campy, slapstick comedic. Look at how these stories are presented.
If these two windbags would leave me a little room, I'd like to wedge in that we went to lunch. The topic of conversation was the asses that we were after. For her, it was the ex-husband. For me, it's hers by way of the ex-husband. And I don't think that anybody bothered to find out about the ass that BJ was after.
Well, to be honest,
Save it, Beach. We've got an ass to track.
Next time on Mike Hawk P.I. Dump your baby gravy in my shitter.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, it felt good.
I like it. I messed up twice.
Okay.
With correcting you. It wasn't your time for the line, and then I corrected you. And I'm like, I'm going to mute my microphone because I'm not even in this. So
No, not that.
I'm just letting you know that I fucked up. So I fucked that up.
So as
I
somebody
think I'm hungry for an 18 from Wang So Long, lucky number 8, Noodle House.
Yeah.
It was a longer sentence than I was prepared for it to be.
Sorry, that's... yeah. You remember Cold Read.
I remember Cold Read now.
Yeah.
And I want you to know
The accent was throwing me off a little bit, but it was fun.
that I was really tame.
Yes, you
really tame.
Yes, you were. You were very restrained with your voice.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring this up real quick.
And I read all of the words from the script, which are two things that I'm not used to doing.
Yeah.
Right, and he didn't add any expletives that weren't distinctly asked for.
But that's not the happen in the futures. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the resurrection of Cold Read Theater. We are the Cold Read Players, also known as the Infection Team. This has been a D-Block here on the Media Virus Podcast, and we'll be back to join you next week with all kinds of big fun, and if we can bang out another one, maybe a Cold Read.
Maybe another episode. We'll find out more about Mike Hawk P.I. I thought we were taking a break. So where that came from is I thought of the line, her breasts looked like two Jell-O molds if the Jell-O molds were shaped like tits. And I giggled for 3 days with that line. And I'm like, where would that line be said? Like who's like, you know what I mean? Like who's say that line? I'm like, okay, that's an old black and white gumshoe when the dame walks in. And then, of course, smuggling a sacred monkey mounted her yoga pants. I thought was pretty funny.
I messed up on the name of my third ex-husband. I was reading in the parentheses, so I pronounced it right, but I still didn't do it right.
No, it was great. It was you were absolutely.
I like the
I mean, when I say terrific,
Yeah.
You were absolutely terrific. You went so far beyond our expectations.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. I mean, I kind of thought you would just be reading it like kind of. No, you were.
I'm excited.
You were. Yeah. We can. We're gonna stretch your legs a little bit because Carmen's not gonna last. You know, Carmen's she's just a client. We might solve the next episode. We might just tie up everything in a nice little bow and start on something else, or I don't know. You know, because there really wasn't a whole lot there. I didn't do much, but you know. That was exciting, and we have that idea you and I were talking about. I think that would be.
Yeah, I've been thinking of some stuff. I haven't gotten anything written down, but I definitely have stuff going on up here.
But what you might want to just kind of like where we talked about the relationship of the characters, make a characters list. Just write their names and then start writing in their whatever.
Okay.
All right, and I think that would be a funny and just to let everybody in on it. The concept would be. What if all of the signs live together in like a real world type of like a reality show?
Like the zodiac signs?
Yeah. What if all the zodiac signs were like
awesome.
in this reality show?
What I want to do is make them extreme stereotypical. So it'd be funny.
We even talked about like maybe making them like an Avengers style like superhero squad, but that might be ridiculous. I don't know. But hopefully she has you've really
I'm excited.
Yeah,
superhero star squad.
Oh, I didn't shut off the live stream.
No.
That's okay.
No,
I want to go back and watch the cold read. I'm excited to see how that actually sounded.
I can write to her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she can do whatever we ask her to, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was it for Cold Read Theater. Thanks, everybody.